have one of those moments when you're doing something and later on you're thinking to yourself, why did I do that? This is one of those moments. Mason, over here. So I got to clean up the mess I made last year. I had a bunch of trees, cut them all down, and I did something really stupid. Let me show you. Here's my house. Here's the driveway. And there was a bunch of trees here. A bunch of trees. I can't draw trees. A whole bunch of trees all over here. It's like a big group, like in this. And the dirt road went around and went out that way. Because of all these trees were so big, I mean, they were huge. Some of the trunks were just 24 inches around, and the trees hung over the house. Some of the trees hung over the house. And the whole, it's a Cape style home, so the roof was just full of moss, and it was so dark back here. So we wanted to open up so we can have the whole yard. And when I did, I cut down all these trees and got most of all the stumps up. But there was one little group of stumps that were so big, all in this area right here, I could not get out with the BX. So while I was digging up all these things, I literally was pulling out rocks like there was gore. So I was piling the rocks over here, bunch of rocks, big pile of it, and I just kept unloading them and everything. And then when I got to the point where I couldn't get these stumps out, it was getting late in the season last year, and I'm like, what am I going to do with all these rocks? So I came up with the bright idea, which is not a very good idea, but decided to build a rock wall around these stumps. And then I brought in some stone dust, which is really cheap filler if you're just filling in something. So I filled over the stumps with the stone dust, and then I was going to put a layer of a blanket of bark mulch on top of it, and I was going to plant some bushes in here, maybe put a couple bird feeders, maybe a bird bath, and kind of like make it a focal point in the backyard. But the thing was so monstrously big. I mean, it's huge. I think it was like 15 feet round. And it took up most of the yard. And the time I built a deck back here this year, put stairs down, it's just too close. So it's one of those things that, what was I thinking when I created this big mess? Take care of these stumps with a stump grinder, or I might have a guy come over with a bigger tractor to see if we can pop them out. And some loom and fill in this whole area. This whole area is going to be filled in and leveled off, and then I'll spread seeds. So this is what I was talking about. I built this makeshift rock wall around a bunch of stumps, and I filled it in with stone dust because it was a cheap filler. So I'm gonna take the tractor and try to get most of it up with the bucket, and then I'll probably have to hand load a lot of the rocks. I'm happy with what I did. So back to square one. I'll dig this all up. I started digging up over here with the with the tractor right here, but I had my son, my grandson Mason with me, and he was being fussy. So as soon as he leaves, I'll back at it. I think I created a bigger mess. So I'm getting there. I got to go around and hand pick up all these other rocks. Load them up in the bucket. But you see why I built that wall, because I was trying to hide these stumps. And the stump there. One here. Another one here. Another one here. Have some fill brought in and start leveling the whole backyard out. You see, fill it all in, and I gotta clean up all kinds of stuff. But to end this on a good note, at least I created myself a whole bunch of seat time on the Kubota.